Welcome back. Today's video is going to be an Ulta Points try-on haul. I just posted my September haul last week, and in that video I mentioned that I already purchased stuff for October. I'm on a low buy, but I've been kind of saving some of my purchases for this time of the year, and I had a lot of Ulta points. I had over 2,000. I think I had 3,000 points, which is pretty awesome. And yeah, so I bought all this stuff for only like $15 because I had so many Ulta points. I have a full face, so I thought I'd just do a full like try on haul. I have used the products already, so it's not a first impression. I did get the new Colourpop All Hallows Eve palette. Very excited about that. I do have this Hocus Pocus palette, so I'll kind of show you a side by side. And I bought a foundation I've been wanting to try from Makeup Revolution. I bought the Fenty Beauty powder bronzer. I have the cream one and I love it, so I wanted to buy that. This Essence powder, the e.l.f. primer that I've been hearing so much about, and more. So yeah, this is gonna be a lot. Stay tuned. I upload at least 4 videos a week, and let's get started. This is the Colourpop palette. It is so cute, and I loved Hocus Pocus too. I loved it so much. I love the original movie, and so yeah, I had to buy this. I didn't buy the second one. That one did not appeal to me as much, but this one I really enjoy, and there's no pressed glitters, which is awesome. It is a similar color story to, this is the first one that they came out with, the Gather Round Sisters. But the big difference is the original one, you can tell, is like more smoky, whereas this one is similar color story, but kind of like a brighter version. So yeah, kind of interesting. This one does have a pressed glitter. Like I said, this does not. I think this is $24, but I really wanted to get it. Plus I had the Ulta points, which was awesome. So I don't even know what I want to do for a look yet, but I think, you know what? I want to start with this red shade called Doomed. And if you watched Hocus Pocus 2, please let us know. I really enjoyed it. And I'm just going to use the bronzer as a mirror. I already have on the MAC Painterly Paint Pot as my eye primer, and I need to tap it out a little bit because it's been sitting there. So, and yes, I'm using my ultimate favorite crease brush, the BK Beauty 201. Yeah, so the second Hocus Pocus palette did not appeal to me as much, but the first and the third I really like, and I think that they complement each other really well. I like this shade a lot. It's a nice red. And I think there's some really fun colors in this palette. So I've definitely enjoyed it. I've used it a couple times already, and I definitely enjoyed it. I also had, so from Sephora, if you get to, I can't even remember how many points, I think it's 2,500, you get a $100 gift card. So I had that too. And I bought some stuff from Sephora, including the Huda Beauty palette. So if you want me to do a similar video with that palette, that probably wouldn't be till next week, but let me know. For the outer corner, I want to use the purple called Observe. There's so many pretty shimmers in here. I can't even like decide which ones I want to use. But yeah, that's a nice purple. I like it. Yeah, some of the shimmers, they're kind of interesting. There's one that looks like it's more of like a topper shade, but it has actually like a green shift. I'll do some swatches at the end of the video. But yeah, I like this. I think this is nice. This is the shimmer that I was talking about that looks like it's more like a silver or like a, but see there, you can see that there's a green. It's a duochrome. It's really cool. It's definitely on the chunky side. But yeah, with a wet brush, I thought this was a really, really nice shade. I enjoyed it when I wore it the other day. So yeah, it's kind of like a chunky, sparklier shade, but It's not like their pressed glitters, which I appreciate because I don't like those. So yeah, I think this is really stunning. I like that. So I want to do another shimmer in the middle. There's so many options. This green, oh, so pretty. I wore that one and I got a lot of compliments actually when I was wearing that. Called Brew Another Batch. This kind of orangey one. This pretty lime green. That's more of like a matte with shimmer. The silver is good. Oh my gosh. This shade, I actually haven't used that one yet. This taupey kind of color. Let's go with the orangey one and then maybe I'll add in the other green as well. I don't know. We'll see. I can't decide. Yeah, I think that the color selection for this palette is very good. And yay for Ulta points, because yeah, like I said, I got all this stuff and only spent like $15, so. And I have a whole video about the Ulta points system. People ask me about that, like explaining it and how I get to that many points without actually spending that much money. So you can check that video out if you want to know more about the Ulta points system. That's really, really nice. I like that orange. That is pretty. I am obsessed with this eye look. It turned out so nicely. So, primer. This has been so viral. So many people I'm subscribed to on YouTube have talked about the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. And it's interesting. So I've used it a few times. I tried it with some different foundations and it's like kind of like a clear liquid like this. It's interesting. It's definitely sticky. Like you don't want to put too much of this on, which I mean is good for gripping. I do think it helps my foundation last longer. The part that surprised me is that it made my foundation look a lot more matte than I anticipated. I have very normal skin and I kind of prefer more like satin coverage. It makes it matte for sure. And I tried it with a few different foundations, but you know, it's okay. I like it. I think I do. It actually does extend the wear of my makeup. I don't think it's my favorite primer ever though, but I've been wanting to try it and I haven't tried many new primers this year. The foundation, I did actually really enjoy this. This is the Revolution Conceal and Define Foundation, and I have tried the concealer in this line and I enjoy it quite a bit. So I got the shade F5.5 and I think this is really good coverage. I think I did prefer it though the other day when I wore it with my NYX Marshmallow Primer. I think I prefer that primer compared to the e.l.f. But, you know, I'm glad I tried a new primer. This foundation's very nice though. Good coverage. I thought it lasted well throughout the day. I think this shade actually works pretty well for me. So, very affordable, and I actually like the wand style applicator of that as well. So yeah, this is definitely a win for me. And I'm very excited to tell you about the concealer because I bought a concealer from Flower Beauty and I just have not tried very much from Flower Beauty. But in this haul, I bought two things and I think both are really good. I bought their concealer, which is called the Light Illusion Concealer. And which shade did I buy? Vanilla. And then I bought one of their cream blushes, liquid blush actually. These have been so hyped up, for sure, like viral products. Been hearing about these for a while. It's the Blush Balm from Flower Beauty. And so far, I actually do think that they are worth the hype. So yeah, I'm actually pretty impressed with everything in this haul for the most part, but I'll get to a lip product at the end that I was like, oh, not very impressed with, unfortunately, but is what it is. Everything else was great. So yeah, I'm enjoying this. I would say it's definitely a lighter coverage concealer, I think, but I don't really mind that, but it's definitely not full coverage if that's what you're looking for. All right. For the blush balm, I got the shade in Bubbly, this really pretty pink. I've been hearing about these for so long and I'm finally trying them, and definitely worth the hype. I like the concealer, but I'm not like wowed by it. But this is so nice and I feel like it blends out very easily. Very, very pretty. Nice pink color. I'm gonna put on a little bit of powder blush on top, like I usually do, but the face powder. Now, this is one of the things that I think is like one of the best things that I bought in this haul, honestly. Like, I'm pretty blown away by it. So it's the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. And I actually do like this for setting my under eyes if I can open it. I can never open anything. Oh, that brush is still wet. Hold on. I washed some of my brushes last night and some of them were still wet. I have enjoyed this for setting my whole face and also the under eye. And this powder I've wanted to try for so long. It's only like $4, so I don't really know why I waited this long to try it. It's fantastic. Like, it's really fantastic. I'm very impressed. So I think it's great. And then the Fenty Beauty bronzer. This is lovely. I have the cream one. I really enjoy it. I got the shade Private Island. I mean, it's pretty standard powder bronzer, but I do think that it blends out really easily and I really like the color. I think it's really good. I've wanted to try these like since they came out, but I just feel like I have enough bronzers, but I kind of like to use my Ulta points for purchases like this. Like, maybe I wouldn't normally buy this, or it's something that I've really wanted for a while, but the time has come and I'm really, really happy that I bought the Fenty bronzer. I do want to put on a little bit of a powder blush. I don't really know what I want to do. What do I have for my, oh yeah, I'll use this because this is in my Shop My Stash. The Marc Jacobs blush in the shade Flush and Fantasy. It's like a peachy neutral, so I don't want to put on anything too bold. I could have definitely put on more of that Flower Beauty blush, but yeah, I like it. And then highlighter, I don't have a new highlighter. Oh, there was something else I bought that I forgot. I also purchased the Fenty Beauty Cream Blush, which I've wanted to try. So I'm not putting this one on the video because I already put on blush, but I got the shade Cool Berry. I have tried this and I really, really liked it. Gorgeous, like berry mauve. I thought this was really, really nice. And I'll say I think this is more pigmented than the Flower Beauty, but yeah, I bought that too. Like I said, I had a lot of Ulta points and I only spent like $15 on all of this, which is pretty awesome. I'm just putting on my Project Pan highlighter, which is a Franken highlighter of Morphe and Makeup Forever. Awesome. I love my Franken highlighter. And then I'm gonna use the Essence Pure Nude as usual for finishing powder. And let's see here. Let me do lower lash line if I can find a brush. I'm combining that same purple shade and then one of the taupey gray shades for the lower lash line. Let me show you. So I'm combining this one and then this one here called Witch Hunters. I got 3 new lip products and I'm wearing 2 of them right now. I'll give you some swatches. This is the NARS Lip Pigment in the shade Somebody to Love. And I'm wearing this, and this I really like. It's a very thin liquid lipstick formula, which I love. It's like kind of watery almost, but it's very comfortable. Very pretty shade. I like to wear liquid lipsticks with glosses on top, and sometimes, like I said, I like to use the Ulta points to kind of buy stuff that maybe I normally wouldn't buy. Earlier this year, I had other Ulta points that I used to buy a bunch of Chanel makeup. And I decided to get one of their glosses. I had a Chanel gloss many years ago. I'm talking like 11 years ago. And I remember really liking it. This, I am not super impressed with this gloss. It's the Rouge Cocoa Gloss in shade 119. I do like this very large applicator. I like the color, so it's like a bit of a mauve, you can see. So I'm wearing this with this on top. It's a very nice color combo. This has shimmer in it. Can you see that? I can feel the shimmer a little bit. And this is like the second gloss that I bought, because last week I talked about in my haul the NYX Milky Gloss that mine was kind of gritty too. This is not as bad as the NYX. I think that one was more gritty, but I can just kind of feel the sparkle. It's a gorgeous shade though, so I do like that. For the price though, I wish they could make a shimmer formula where you can't really feel those shimmers, but I like it. Now the third one, this is something I owned a long time ago before it was viral apparently on TikTok, the Clinique Black Honey Lipstick. And I mean, everyone's been like talking about this, and I was like, I had that so long ago and I don't really remember being that obsessed with it, and I'm pretty sure I eventually decluttered it, but I had it so long ago. Again, I think I had it like 10 years ago. So here is the shade there. This one I'm not wearing today, and I haven't even worn this on my lips since I bought it, but I thought I would share. It's kind of like a sheer cherry color. I don't know. We'll see how I feel about it, but kind of funny to me that this is viral now, because people used to talk about that on YouTube like 10, 11 years ago. So oh yeah, I was gonna do the swatches of the Hocus Pocus 2 palette. Let me do that. And then I'm gonna give you my final thoughts on everything. But for the most part, I'm quite impressed with the things that I got. The gloss is kind of like, okay. There's the first 4 there. And this silver, yeah, that silver shade is really, really nice. This shade is really pretty. This is one I have not worn yet, but oh, wow, that's pretty. It's like green with maybe a bit of gold. Ooh. The orange that I'm wearing today, amazing. This green that I did wear and I thought was really pretty. Also, I did use this purple the other day. These 3 are just gorgeous. Alrighty, and then here are the rest of the swatches. These are all mattes. The purple I used in the outer corner, which I love. So I think it's a really pretty color story. Particularly these shimmers I am really into, and I really like the darker mattes. So this is a win for me. I enjoy the palette. I love how this look turned out. And yeah, so if you have the first Hocus Pocus palette, it's a similar color story, but this is like a brighter version of that. Everything else that I got, like I said, the Chanel gloss, it's fine. I'm just, you know, not wowed by it. The NARS liquid lipstick, really, really nice. Clinique Black Honey, haven't really used it. This from Fenty, I didn't demo it in this video, but it's really, really pretty. I like that one quite a bit. The e.l.f. primer, I like it, but it's awfully sticky when putting it on, and it definitely gives me a more matte look. Any dew you see today is probably from my skincare and then my highlighter. The bronzer, very, very nice. I really like the foundation for sure. And the blush from Flower Beauty, fantastic. I like the concealer, but it's a lighter coverage. It's not amazing, but I think it's a good concealer. It's not my favorite though. The powder really, really impressed me. So far, the under eyes are still looking good, and I did wear this on my under eyes to work the other day, and it actually lasted pretty well throughout the day. And this is like a $4 powder. So overall, pretty exciting and pretty awesome that I got all this stuff for only $15. So let me know what you think. And as I mentioned, I got some stuff from Sephora with that gift card that I had. So I only got a few things from Sephora. It's definitely not this much. But if you want to see a similar style Sephora try on haul, let me know. So yeah, that is it for this video. I'll link everything in the description box. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. I upload 4 videos a week and have a great day.